I believe.
We believe, guys. What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here. In this video today, just got done doing some weightlifting, but I want to talk today about splits. A big question a lot of people ask me, what's the optimal split for myself? And this depends upon a lot of factors. Interestingly enough, there's not a lot of research done examining different splits until my main man, Dr. Brad Schoenfeld, aka Dr. Broenfeld, aka Dr. Long Schlong. It's a long story. It's an even longer story. He conducted a recent study that examined bro splits, so training a muscle group one time per week versus total body training. So here's what happened with the study, and this is pretty much the first study done of this kind, and it really comes down to how much time you have to dedicate that determines what type of split you should do. So here's what they did. Each group trained 3 times per week. The body part of bro split group trained 2 to 3 muscles, so they'd blast, like, let's say arms and chest maybe one day, legs another day, and then shoulder and back on the 3rd day, right? The total body bros, on the other hand, did full body, right? They did squats, they did total body compound movements. Guess which group, and before I go on, actually I should say this, each group had experienced lifters. I'm talking 4+ years of experience lifting. Guess what happened? Those that did a total body split got more results. They even grew bigger biceps. Not even a little bit, but statistically significant, meaning that the study proved that more than likely 95% confidence the biceps increased in those that did a total body split over those that did a bro split. Volume was equated, which is very important to take a look at, and this kind of makes sense when you think about it, right? If you think, what's going to build me more muscle? I only got 3 days to train, right? If one day I'm going to blast arms, another day maybe chest and back, and then a 3rd day legs, or I'm going to squat every day, deadlift, bench 3 times a week with the overhead press. These are big compound movements, right? They work a lot more muscles each and every single one of those exercises, and that higher frequency of training. So let's say you do a full body split, right? You're squatting 3 times a week. What's going to build quads more? You know, doing some leg extensions and some leg press and some squats 1 day a week, right? Like blasting that group, or a higher frequency. And so what they found is that higher frequency seemed to indicate greater hypertrophy. And there's a lot of different variables to discuss, but what I want to talk about today is that the more frequently you train, because we know volume is a key driver for hypertrophy, and we know that all other things being equal, allowing your body to recover, training slightly more frequently, so from 1 time per week to 2 times per week or 3 times per week or muscle group, more like 2 times per week is optimal. So it depends upon how many times you could train a week that I think determines the best split. If you don't have a lot of time, training 3 times per week, you should do a full body split, right? You do the big fundamental compound movements. If you got 4 times per week, then you could split it up, right? Upper lower. So you squat twice a week, and then 2 times per week you do upper body. You got to keep in mind that these big compound movements, from a neural standpoint, they're very draining on your body. You can't, you know, deadlift, bench, and squat 6 times per week at 80%. You're gonna fucking fry your nervous system out. So it depends upon what you're doing, how frequently you're training, how much time you can invest. The more time you have to invest, the more times you could train per week. That's when you start dialing it back and be like, all right, instead I got 6 times, like my program that I put out, it's gonna be a push-pull legs, because I'm training 6 times per week, right? I'm not doing as intense stuff per day, but the overall volume is higher. So it really depends upon the individual. But I think this is important to show, because for a long time, I think full body routines were getting a lot of shit online. Like, bro, you're not training your biceps enough, how are they gonna grow? Well, this study right here showed that those that trained 3 times per week full body got better results on their biceps, statistically significant. So ultimately it depends upon your experience level, how much time you have to train. For most individuals, most bros out there, training anywhere 4 to maybe 5 times per week seems to work, right? You got to remember your work capacity, your stress levels, what you can handle. Training is a stress, so it depends upon you. If you're me, if you're a deadbeat, you just chill all day and you get a weightlift to do whatever you want, then 6 times per week, or what I'll be doing soon at AM, PM sessions, breaking up my volume, that could also work for you. But it depends ultimately on the individual. The more volume you can do and recover, the better results you'll get. Guys, check out the link in the description for that study. Check out Brad's article. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this answers that question. Leave a comment below what type of split you do, how many cock push-ups you do in a day. I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace!